Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Topic 1 is coming from Box Office Fan. The Rock has went online and says he is playing in an upcoming video game movie. He won't say the name, but says it's one of the baddest, greatest games he has played for years. So, John, what game do you think it is? What do you think of this?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, listen, the de facto, there's no argument. The biggest movie star in the world is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying he is the best actor in the world. I'm not saying he carries the most, what's the word, veritas or whatever the word you want to use, walking around with it. I'm not saying any of that. I mean, he's not a Leo DiCaprio, whatever. But when it comes to pure star power,
He got charisma.
and drawing power, nothing comes close to The Rock. We joke about it, but it is true. He is franchise Viagra. You know, he jumps into a franchise. Movies like Rampage that had no business making any money at all ends up making hundreds of millions of dollars, right? That's just what he brings. Not that everything he touches turns to gold, not at all. The other great thing about The Rock is that he has shown over the years that he's not only just the big smiling face and the huge muscles. He's done movies like Faster, which I thought he was incredibly good in. Snitch might be his best performance. I really liked him in Pain and Gain. I thought he was actually pretty good in that. So he's shown he's become a capable actor. I'm not saying in an upper echelon. He's not in, we're not going to compare him to Robert De Niro, but he's become a capable actor on top of being a total charm machine and charisma for days. And he's dipping his foot into the comic book movie stuff, of course. Back in, I believe, in 1978, they announced that he was going to be Black Adam. And that is finally coming to pass. Apparently, they say it's going to happen at some point. And he's also dipped his toe already in the video game world. And I think I speak for all of us, the truly abysmal Doom. And then, of course, the aforementioned Rampage, which, honestly, Rampage wasn't bad. It was cute.
For a movie based on Rampage.
Yeah, for a movie based on Rampage, it was actually better than it should have been. So I'll give it that too. But now, I guess Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not done. He's got more he wants to do because he's saying he's going to be in another video game movie. This comes to us from Polygon, who wrote the following. This is The Rock talking. He says, I can't tell you which game in particular that we're doing, but there will be an announcement this year, Johnson told Men's Journal. We're going to bring one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen, one that I have played for years. I'm really excited to bring it to fans around the world. Of course, we're going to do it. We're going to do right by our gamer friends, but really, we're just going to make a great movie. One of the biggest, most badass games to the screen, which raises the question, what movie, what game is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson talking about? Now, the way he says it, we're going to be bringing one of the biggest, most badass games to the screen. It might not mean this, but it seems to imply it is a game that has not yet been turned into a movie. So I would say we can cross off the list Doom. We can cross off the list Assassin's Creed. We could cross off the list, I think, Halo, since Halo's got that TV series coming. We can cross off the list Sonic. I think it's safe to say Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not going to star in the next Sonic. But it raises the question about what game could it be? I have a couple that I want to propose could be that game. This is going to become the next big thing in Hollywood. Like everyone's like, who's the next Batman? Who's the next Bond? Which video game is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doing? I want to suggest a couple of potential options here. Option number one, Fortnite. Because here's the thing about Fortnite. Fortnite is absolutely one of the biggest, most predominant games out there, and it's been very dominant for a number of years now. So that fits into that category. There has been no movie about it, so it fits into that category. I know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. There was that behind the scenes thing a couple years ago with him playing Fortnite, right? I know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has played Fortnite. But here's the key thing about Fortnite. Fortnite doesn't really have any discernible narrative. So you can literally walk in there and write and make almost any movie you want, as long as it kind of centers around a bunch of people being dropped on an island and have to fight their way out. I mean, then it's kind of like Hunger Games or Battle Royale or Lost or Squid Game or Lost Survivor. I mean, but you can actually write your own thing around it and you're perfectly fine. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doesn't even have to be one of the more recognizable characters from the game. You can literally make him whatever you want. That gives him a lot of flexibility. So that's one game that I had in mind. What I was mentioning the other one before. Oh, the other one that I was thinking a little bit, and I thought of this before Ray made this graphic, and I have to bring up this graphic so you guys can see what it is we're talking about. If I can find it. There it is. This is the game that he could be talking about right here. We could be
not anymore though.
We could be talking about God of War. Now, I will admit, when I think of that, Dwayne Johnson's not the first guy that I think of, but he could do it. He could do. By the way, Ray, this is an amazing graphic.
It actually is. It's a lot better than the Batman poster.
It's better. This graphic is better than the Batman poster. But I mean, it could be that you get him to act the right way. You get the right young actor to play alongside him as his son. You do all that kind of. I mean, that could work. So my top two right now, as far as what I'm guessing the game could be, would be Fortnite and God of War. I don't know. I have no insight to any of this. Ray, what do you think?
The chat just nailed it. Like after they mentioned it, I'm not even mentioning any of the ones I thought about. It's Gears of War.
That's what I was just looking up too.
Oh yeah, Gears of War is so perfect. I meant it would be an awesome movie. Chainsaws, monsters. What I thought last night was, it could have been Mortal Kombat 2, which the chat is bringing up because it just got confirmed.
Right. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the show.
Yeah, he could play a bunch of characters from there. And also Skyrim was in my head.
Skyrim's maybe a good one. That's something, yeah.
And then you got to think about, is The Rock saying he's played it for years, or he's just saying he played it for years just because he signed on for the movie? So I was thinking,
well, he better say it.
I was like, what would The Rock play? And then I have no idea what The Rock plays. All I ever see him is in the gym. So, like someone said, Candy Crush, maybe Candy Crush, the movie.
Oh my god!
I don't know that would qualify as one of the biggest, most badass games. But I'll tell you what, Skyrim. That again, it checks those boxes. One that's been around for a number of years, Skyrim. One of the most popular video games ever, Skyrim. Hasn't been done or brought an iteration to the screen yet, Skyrim.
Allows you to make a library, Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Okay, from the non-gamer in the room, I'm just gonna say the obvious, like, I've never heard of Skyrim. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to cross that off the list because it's not one of the biggest games in the world, because the biggest games in the world are the games that idiot non-gamers like me have begrudgingly had to hear about from everybody else.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Because if you go to the Game
Awards,
right?
No, it is true. And here's why. You're wrong, John. Okay. You're wrong. No, here's why it's true. Because if we're going to talk about the biggest games in the world that are going to be able to attract someone like The Rock, one of the things about The Rock, and I'm going to also go back to he's a capable actor. I'd say he's way more than capable. And here's why. We don't need all of our actors to do all things. We have this, we had, may he rest in peace, the Philip Seymour Hoffmans, and we have the Robert De Niro's. But you know what? Keanu Reeves cannot do Shakespeare. However, he is the only person who can play Neo. And similarly, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, for what he does it damn well. And I think that if he is going to sign on and say this is one of the biggest, baddest games ever, and he wants to appeal to a wide audience, that wide audience includes non-gamers like me. And so a video game that is really big in the gamer world, but has not taken over the zeitgeist. Those are two different things. I'm calling Call of Duty. I've never played it. I can't stop hearing about it.
That checks the boxes too.
And Grand Theft Auto. Because Grand Theft Auto is
Grand Theft Auto checks a lot of the
that
boxes,
game is that's a big game, and it is bad. Like, I don't know what happens except that you're supposed to murder people by shooting them in the head and beat up sex workers. I mean, it is a bad, bad game. So I'm calling it right now. It's Call of Duty or it's Grand Theft Auto, because those are two things that me, the non-gamer, will go, oh shit, yeah, I'd see that. Skyfall or whatever it's called.
Skyrim.
See what I'm saying? I don't care. I'll go see Call of Duty. And that's what I think it is. It's not just about the gamers. It's about the wider audience.
There's another thing to keep in mind too here. We're all talking and making these things assuming it's live action. There's nothing said here that it's live action, right?
Give me Donkey Kong Country, baby.
I mean, hey, maybe he's the voice of Donkey Kong.
I would love
or
that.
Kirby.
Or
somebody said Frogger. Somebody said Frogger in the chat.
Frogger, Hubert. I mean, there's so many. Dig Dug.
Yeah. But man,
there's a deep cut. There's going ways back. Dig
Grand
dug.
Theft Auto would be such an FU to Vin Diesel, though, that I kind of think that that's it.
It
Like-
totally would be.
I think that might be it.
Oh my God. It
Oh my
totally-
God.
Somebody
really
in live chat said FIFA, the soccer game.
What if it's the WWE game? WWE 2K.
He
The
plays
most obvious.
himself.
Oh my God.
He literally plays himself. WWE 2020.
Yeah,
Royal
someone-
Rumble 2021.
Someone mentioned in the chat that maybe The Rock tried to get a Call of Duty game made 11 years ago. I think it's
wouldn't be
Crashing Coyote
surprised.
said. So maybe it's that. Maybe they finally said, okay, we'll give it to you.
By the way, somebody else in the live chat just brought up a really good one. Is Soiner, and maybe other people did, but Soiner in the live chat is bringing up a really good one, and because it's a franchise been around for a year, very celebrated, BioShock.
Yeah.
Because the BioShock has one other extra layer to it. It, like, as opposed to say Fortnite, where there's no discernible narrative, you can write whatever you want. BioShock has very clear,
Yep.
award-winning narrative.
And I would love it because it's so creepy.
Yeah.
That game
it's
creeps me out for some
creepy
reason.
and-
That would
Big
be
Daddy
a fantastic.
spooky.
Yep.
I mean,
We're-
there's a lot of ideas here.
Yeah. We're also thinking of The Rock as the hero in this film, too.
Oh.
So what if he's like Ganondorf in Zelda? Because I would watch that, too. Like, oh.
I want to. No. You just picked it. I want to see him as Wario
Oh.
or
I would love
Waluigi.
a
No, that's
Wario
it. I want him
movie.
as Waluigi in the Mario movie. There's an upcoming Mario movie. He's going to be
Kevin
Wario.
Hart can be Wario.
Kevin Hart could be Wario. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? Dwayne Johnson saying we got an announcement coming this year. So he's announcing an announcement. So it's got to be something really large. Saying it's one of the biggest, most badass games, and he's bringing it to the screen. What game do you think it is? Call of Duty, Gears of War, God of War. Could it be a Fortnite? Could it be something? Could it be animated? And I really hope it's not animated because he's getting my hopes up here for something really cool in live action. Whatever you guys are thinking about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.